Yo, boys and girls of all ages, races, creeds, and orientations. Welcome to another edition of Eat Sleep Sixes. I am your host, Sabri Latane. We got Jose here with us today, and we got Carl Sampson. Boys, how y'all doing? Fellas, how are y'all doing?
I'm a little anxious. Been anxious since the last game ended. I'm just ready to knock these boys out the box. I'm sick of seeing them personally. So I'm ready to get this over with, send these boys home packing, regroup ourselves, and get ready for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jose, how you feeling?
I'm chilling. I'm tired of seeing Lollipop Head. I'm tired of Kwame. I'm tired. I'm just tired, bro. I'm ready for the next series. Bring on Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Sixers got to do their thing, man. We got disrespected twice at home, and we gotta let them know that we don't play that in our house, and it has to be a statement game. You feel me? Because we let too many, like, we shouldn't even be in here right now having this conversation about this stupid ass team.
You're right.
Yeah, Jose, did you purposely do that or accidentally say statement game? Because you know why statement game, statement jerseys, they wearing the red statement jerseys. So did you purposely do that?
No. I didn't know they were wearing statement jerseys. I'm sorry, whatever. Dude, I'm just telling you how it is, man. Put it back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing today, man. I'm not playing today. These guys got to do something, man. Ben Simmons got to stop playing like a little girl. You know what I'm saying? He got to play like a grown man because his future here looking real dim. He continue this. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yo, quick trivia question. Speaking of red statement jerseys,
real quick though. Hold that thought.
Go ahead.
But all in all, bro. And I look back at this series, all the blaming that we did on the players, and I know we curved some of that towards Doc Rivers, but Doc Rivers, if anybody has to adjust keys to the game and all that you're gonna ask me later, you're gonna get this answer a billion times. Doc Rivers. Don't let this one slip away, bro. Don't let this one slip away, because this gonna be on you. This one's gonna be on you. This is not gonna be nobody's fault but Doc Rivers' fault.
I like that. We're gonna touch bases on that a little bit later, and I like that. We're gonna touch bases on that a little bit. I like that. And Jose, when we just touch bases on that a little bit later in the show, I want you to expand on that. Go ahead, Carl. What you was about to say?
I just would like to touch base on something I've recognized, and I'm sorry it took me this long to recognize, but my boy just started getting some minutes that he deserved. Last series, they figured this out a little bit. So Doc had to dig into his adjustment bag, and his adjustment bag was actually increasing Tyrese Maxey's minutes, giving a change of pace point guard. They got used to Ben's pace, then put Tyrese in and see if they could get used to his pace. And I think that's actually been the answer this series as well. Just them, getting used to Ben Simmons' style of point guard, and then boom, Tyrese is in, and they seem to can't find an answer for him. The only thing that could hurt Tyrese Maxey is Tyrese Maxey. And I think he's my key player tonight. I'm sorry to fast forward a little bit, but he is my key player tonight. Tyrese Maxey must get the same amount of minutes as he did last game. 25 plus minutes, no less than that.
I got to reiterate what I was saying, my brother. He can't put himself in the game. So
most definitely.
Don't do it. He can't put himself in the game.
But I was speaking on Doc's adjustments, and you spoke on that. And I think he did make an adjustment last game. And that was maybe a little bit too late in the series, but, Tyrese Maxey. And I'm looking to see that adjustment once again tonight. Take Ben out in crucial moments when we need to change a pace guard, put Tyrese in. It's originally what we got George Hill for, but he hasn't really answered the bell in the playoffs. So I'm looking for Tyrese to do his thing, man. Spotlight on you, kid.
That was a total waste of time picking up George Hill. I'm sorry.
It was. I can admit that.
There's no other way to slice it.
I can admit that he still has a little time to prove himself, but we could have made a better transaction during that time.
Yeah, with that being said, like we're gonna touch bases more on that later on. But right now we're gonna do something a little different. Well, happy Father's Day, fellas.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, fellas. Some of the greatest men on this podcast, fathers we are on right now. There are some of the greatest men, everybody that's in the comments right now. If you're a father, happy Father's Day. And we about to do something a little different. With that being said, father-son duels in NBA history. Jose, who's your favorite father-son duel in NBA history?
Father-son duel probably gonna have to be Kobe Bryant and his dad.
Wow, okay. Carl, your favorite father-son duel?
Well, you talk about that actually played in the game together.
They actually played the game together.
Together?
Not together. Played in the NBA.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Seth Curry, Del Curry, the Currys. Sabri.
Oh man. Okay.
You couldn't help but blush on that.
Yeah, man. No, my answer is a little different. It's just going to shock you. The Sabonis family. The Sabonis family. Domantas and Arvydas. Domantas Arvydas, and they're some of the best. For him to be 7'3", Arvydas for him to be 7'3", he was athletic, fleet-footed, and he gave Shaq a lot of problems.
My dude got more rings. I ain't trying to hear that. My dude got more rings, bro. I'm pulling the rings out.
Yeah, you gonna pull the rings out. I can't.
I'm pulling out the jewelry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
I could have threw Steph in there. I could have threw Steph in there with Dell, but I thought I'd bring the Philly flavor.
Man, he gonna bring the rings in there. If we talk about, we just having fun. If we going to go and talk about individual accomplishments, I don't think nobody can beat that tandem of Jelly Bean and Cole. So it's like, if we going that route, but if we just having fun, Arvydas and Domantas, there are some, like right now, Domantas is one of the best young powerful forwards in the game right now. He just like his father, can dish it, rebound, and like they skill set is one of a kind, man. Yeah, their skill set is one of a kind.
His dad is probably one of the most frustrating people that Shaq ever played against. Real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk.
And Shaq didn't have a whole lot of comp, but most definitely.
Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, that man couldn't play, then do what the whole team is supposed to do. But I remember those battles between Sabonis Sr. and that. Yeah, Shaq used to struggle against that.
Because Arvydas was a unicorn before the term was invented.
Very skilled. He was very slow-footed, but very skilled, man.
Can take you to the outside, big enough to go inside. Like, and he was he was a great passer. Yeah. He's like one of the best big men passers in NBA history. Arvydas was that dude.
I ain't going front. He's a little goofy, but he was.
He was a little throwed off a little bit.
Yeah, he's a little goofy, man.
But he was a little goofy, but he could put up like 10 assists on your headpiece in a minute. He could put up 10 assists, a triple-double. He could give you a triple-double in a minute and shoot that three from the outside.
So in the spirit of trivia, I'm going to throw out a trivia question to you too, actually. Both of y'all in a good age. What is the best, most competitive playoff series that you've witnessed personally?
01, their whole Sixers run. Vince Carter and Allen Iverson going at it. That was some legendary basketball.
I hate. I
gotta agree with him. I mean, as far as like gritty, grind, hard fought, I can't remember another entire playoff run. I've seen some good playoff series. But you want to talk about playoff run because that's the question you asked. I'm going to have to go with the 01 Sixers.
Well, I'm going to go off the rail here. We can't all say Sixers. So, I was living when the great Michael Jordan, the real GOAT, was playing. And that year he finally got over the hump with the Pistons. And he beat the Pistons in the playoffs.
Yeah, but it wasn't competitive, bro, because the year before they got knocked off by the Pistons. That was pretty competitive, but they didn't have no comp until they got to the Pistons. They were trashing everybody. Then the following year, Michael Jordan hit the weight room and then came back and trashed everybody on his way to the finals. So yeah, I mean, you asked competitive. I gave you a competitive playoff run. You know what I'm saying?
You won, Jose. Okay, you won.
And also that Bucks team, like BG said, that Bucks team was also great too. We had to play them in 7-2. They were complete. That Bucks team had the big dog, had Ray Allen, had Sam Cassell, they had Irvin Johnson, they had all them dudes out there. They were a more deeper team than Toronto, and we went to 7 with that. And with the spirit of trivia of being good, I want to ask this to the people in the comments. Last time we won the red statement jerseys that we were in tonight, what was the series?
I just got it in my head, but I'm definitely not going to give a teaser out there. Hopefully somebody could give us an answer.
I'm probably going they supposed to answer. Okay.
But I don't want to sit here and wait for an answer. Because
we're gonna get
oh God, BG got it. We got a winner.
Yeah, I was gonna say
winner chicken dinner.
Oh my God, the infamous 10 bounce. You just
made the back of my neck sweat when he said that. Like that name.
The infamous 10 bounce.
Yeah, we all still pissed with that. But I can say this much.
Talk about when that shot was going around on the cylinder, wasn't it like the longest Tom stopped,
First and foremost, he shot the shot in back of the backboard. Like nobody in the stadium thought he was going
I ain't even going fraud. I was screaming overtime all day long.
Yeah, I was too.
And then when I
was screaming overtime, I walked away from the TV screaming overtime. Swear to God.
You know the difference this year, fellas? We're the better team. We haven't been playing like it this series, but we are the better team. And I honestly, and it's not no fanboy stuff just saying this, I think we will play the best game of our season tonight because everybody know what's at stake. And in my opinion, the process being made a joke is at stake. Nobody wants us to win in the NBA. Not the higher ups, not ESPN, not NBA TV. I just was watching them earlier, and they didn't even mention anything about the Sixers. They are programmed to hate on us now. So I think this win shoves it in everybody's face that, we did the right thing. And if you're a losing team, maybe you should do it too.
Yeah.
Listen, I really think that it ain't going to have to take the 76ers best ball game to win this game. It shouldn't have to take the 76ers
I don't think it's going to take
best ball game to win this game. You know what I'm saying? Save that energy for next round. Because Atlanta, I'm telling you, like, and I'm going to keep bringing it up, man. And Doc Rivers is because we're in the situation, man. Because we again, man. And I'm gonna beat the dead horse until he's dead twice. We ain't supposed to be in this situation. We're not supposed to be having this conversation.
I hear you.
Nope.
So if Doc Rivers wins this game, makes the possible adjustments, Jose, will you get on this screen and give him his homage?
No, I'm not. Listen, he's gonna give. Listen. You know why? I'm gonna be reluctant to give him flowers because this is his job. This is his job to get us over these teams that we supposed to beat.
True indeed.
He's supposed to be making the right adjustments at the right time, not waiting for one player for real to trash us and score a first quarter high in his career. You know what I'm saying? Putting Danny Green to guard him, and now we're in a situation where you waited so long to make this adjustment that we couldn't even fight back. Because had we had about 3 more minutes on that clock, we would have won the game. But why did you take 2 entire quarters? Why did it take you 24 minutes to make an adjustment? Is beyond me. All right, number one. Number two, you bring in the kid Maxey. He's been a spark. Okay, he ain't been Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, but he's been a spark to this team because if it wasn't for him coming, bro, he started that run that gave us the lead last game. He was in the game because we were down. We were down double digits, and we came back with his style of play, bringing him in here. I'm not saying he was the only reason because it's the whole team.
But he's a big part.
His heart and the way he was driving to that rim is a key reason on why we came back. All right. And the fact that the game before that we lost, the kid only played 1 minute. I'm baffled by it. It's flabbergasting. I'll bring up some other big words from the dictionary to show how disgusted I am about that. All right.
I've been a big Maxey supporter all year. I think the guy should have been getting 25, 30 minutes all year because we lack an aggressive point guard at times. And I think he more than fixed that. In fact, the guy got to get breaks put on him sometimes just for him to slow down a little bit. But I think he compliments Ben as far as that factor. And when he's on the floor with Ben, I think it takes a little bit pressure off of Ben to be aggressive because Maxey is aggressive enough for both of them.
Yeah,
one thing real quick, Sabri, I'm gonna say that, then you got it. One thing I want Coach to do is do not hesitate to take Ben Simmons out if they start that heck of Simmons shit. Because I don't care how much he stomps his feet or sucks his teeth as he's walking past you onto that bench, man, you gotta do what you gotta do to win this game. Doc. Seriously. So don't go trying to please this dude by keeping him out there because he was huffing and puffing. He's crying about his minutes. He can't even practice and shoot 200 foul shots of practice because he thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread here in Philadelphia. Come on, man.
Yeah.
With that, to answer your question tonight, no, that man not gonna get his time is because if we do get past this series, you got a Milwaukee team waiting in the wings. You got a Milwaukee team that's waiting in the wings that the level of competition turns up even more now. And you cannot, if we get past this team tonight, we cannot do the same things we did against Atlanta and think we're going to play a Milwaukee team like that to 7. If we make the same mistakes we made in this superior series that we're in now against Milwaukee, we will go home in 4 games. I'm telling you that right now. We will go home in 4 games. That's why every level of competition, every level gets amped up. Every level gets amped up, and you got to match your coaching to the level of competition. You got to match your coaching. And last game, that last 5 minutes, he had to adjust and become a coach. He had to actually coach the last 5 minutes of the game, and he did that. And you got to do it again tonight. You got to notice what's hot and notice what's working for you. Don't wait till the last minute until something's not working for you and be down 15 to 17 points and say, you know what, we're going to make an adjustment. You got to smack Atlanta in the mouth. There's no way they should come on this home court and say, you know what, these mofos about to stay in Philly. They shouldn't be telling us that.
Yeah, most definitely.
They should be. Matter of fact, we should be staying in Philly, right? Okay, we're going to stay in Philly, but we should be staying in Philly for the next series. We need to be staying in Philly either way. And that starts with Doc Rivers from the jump because Game 7s are chess matches between the coaches. That's to see who's going to one-up each other. He got to one-up this dude tonight. Once again, when you get the chance from the jump, you got to be ready.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I'm going to agree with you. And, if you need motivation at this point, Game 7, something's wrong. Once again, it's go time.
I'm going to tell you something, man. Let's just say we get past Milwaukee, right? From the looks of it, and I know the Clippers are a good team, but Paul George can't do it by himself. I don't think they're good enough to get past those Suns because that kid Booker is balling out
of control.
No remorse right now. He's having no mercy on anybody guarding him.
Yeah.
So, and he's known to barbecue chicken Ben Simmons. So, you know what I mean? What he's doing is crazy. So
once again,
if we get there, you know what I mean? Hopefully, they better do something.
I'm gonna look down the line. Coach. Since you did it already, Jose, because I was scared too. But since you went down the line a little bit, I like our matchup against Milwaukee Bucks. And if we see the Suns after we're done with the Milwaukee Bucks, I like our matchup even more with the Suns. I like it.
Yeah, I'm saying it, bro. If you look at the history, bro, Booker cooks.
He cooks, but you know what I mean. They're going to need CP3 at top game, and they're going to need their young big man to be able to hold Embiid down, which he can't.
I know we get excited. I know we're getting excited with Milwaukee and the Suns and all the endless possibilities. But this team, the way this series been going, This team got to take care of the Atlanta Hawks first. Got to take it.
Definitely.
You got to take care of Atlanta. The way this series been, because this series should have been over in 4, but the way this series was going, we've been doing our best Atlanta Falcons impression. So we got to take care of business tonight and take care of these dudes tonight. Execute like you know how to execute. Like Jose said, be the better team that you are. Know you are than these dudes. And then once you got your foot on the gas, keep putting your foot on the gas, and then you get ready for Milwaukee, because nothing in this series tells me right now. Hopefully I'm wrong. Nothing in this series tells me right now that the Sixers are going to coast. Every time these dudes come out, they come out with a battle mentality. The Hawks come out with a battle mentality, and we come out like the big brother that bullies the little brother so much more, and so for years now, and then the little brother's in the lab working and throwing the punches, and we get took off guard. We get took off guard by the little brother. Instead of asserting our dominance, but as the big brother, we sit up there and look flabbergasted and dumbfounded when the little brother attacks back, knowing that you're stronger than the little brother. And that's what we've been looking like the whole series. We've been looking like we were surprised by the little brother. No, we can't be surprised by these dudes tonight. You've seen Trae Young give you 30, 30, 30, 30. No, cut that down tonight. If you got to get screens, rotate. Do what you got to do tonight. You've seen John Collins, and you've seen the level of trash physicality that this dude thinks he is. He thinks he's physical. Match his physicality, and do what you got to do tonight. And I don't want to see none of that BS officiating tonight. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that tonight. Call the game down the middle. We didn't have a starter get into the foul line until the 4th quarter. Call that right down the middle. And Noel said, my question is, I'm gonna answer this last one, and it's on y'all. It's been 805. It's been 8 versus 5 versus 5 the last 3 games. Or will the rest fall back and let us play? After that debacle last game, we will really have to question the league office. If we had to question the league office if it's a game like this officiated again. If they have another officiated game like that, somebody got to complain to the league office.
I'm going to tell you this, Sabri. It's way past complaints. Doc has complained a lot this year. He sent tape in. He said on press conferences, they hate the process. So this is what we're going to have to deal with if we want to win a chip. We're going to be playing against 8 dudes until we win the chip. And you know what? I wouldn't want it any other way. This is a blue-collar city. It's hard-nosed. We get it from the mud, and we're going to get it from the mud this year. We are.
It's hard to get it from the mud. It's hard to get it from the mud every time. Every time Seth Curry is on driving to the basket, he gets tackled by Clint Capella. It's hard to get it from the mud. Every time Embiid goes up, he gets tripped every damn 5 seconds. It's hard to get it from the mud when John Collins literally DDT'd Embiid. They rise up for elevation and not get called for an offensive foul. It's hard to get it from the mud when Trae Young's driving and putting their forearm into a person every time. But I seen Ben Simmons do it 3 to 4 different times and get called for the same foul. But Trae Young can do it. It's hard to get it from the mud when you got dudes like Trae Young. Trying to shimmy in the fools and get the contact. It's hard to get it from the mud when you got all that.
Bro, you done took all the mud out the mud pit, bro.
Come on now. There's no more mud left.
Ain't no more mud left.
It's hard to get it with all that's going on. So we cannot win when the refs are against us.
I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is whatever needs to happen with NBA officiating, it's not going to happen in these playoffs. So if this is the way it's going to be conducted with this, because we're not going to have this crew no more, this specific crew. We're just going to have to take it on the chin, go in the game with that mentality, and ball through it. We can't be crying to the refs all night. That's not going to win us the game. I don't want to see them out there complaining about calls, because at this point, after finding this man, after seeing him getting headlocked on national TV, having replay access to it, and still find him, what you think's going on?
It's not even about complaining and crying to the West when the fix looks literally in. The fix looks literally.
It looks obvious.
When it looks obvious, it looks obvious. It looks obvious. It like one of the refs looked like Gucci Man, yo. One of the refs looked like Gucci Man. I was like, yo, they really got Gucci Man out here officiating games, dog. I'm like, yo, we really about to lose, bro. I was like, we really about to lose. When it's obvious, it's obvious. It's not about crying. when it's a blatant fix on and play against us, you got to call the fix out. You got
you know it's bad, right? When it's a ticky-tack foul and the fan raises up and says, "That's a goddamn foul, ref," and then the ref blows a whistle.
Late whistle. I seen it too, Jose. When Trae Young went down one of those when Trae Young went down past game, and Trae Young held his head to exaggerate the foul. The game. They blew the missile mad late because he was. Oh my goodness, I got a boo boo on my head. No, you can't do that.
Guess what? Guess what's going to be our reward?
Too, TJ.
Our reward is going to be when we knock these suckers out tonight, and we knock these refs out tonight because we ain't going to see them no more. You know, I agree with everything that's been said, but my point is, what are we going to do about it? But ball through it and be aggressive ourselves. Continue to be aggressive. Don't let the refs whistle stop our aggression. Continue to be aggressive and take it to their net. They've shown they cannot stop Embiid. Embiid, go in there, keep your elbows high, and keep doing what you've been doing. You know, punish them. You know, I'm definitely looking for a big win tonight, and I'm not one for guarantees, but I will say I got a strong feeling that we're going to play the best ball that we've played in these playoffs tonight. I think the pressure is going to really propel us to really play like we've been supposed to been playing in this series.
Because if you don't, you're going to be seeing the inside the NBA crew saying the Philadelphia 76ers is going fishing.
They can't wait. They can't wait to say that.
You're going to see it. Barkley's Krispy Kreme loving behind. Gonna sit out there. I told you the Atlanta Hawks is going to sit up there. You got to sit out there and take care of business because the national media.
But when did you start sharing your Krispy Kreme?
I knew it was coming.
Man,
when did you start sharing your donuts, dog?
I had to turn my life around. Because health is wealth. Health is wealth. I had to turn my life around for the sake of my health. So
hey, Noel, we just touched on that topic. The fact that if everybody didn't hear, Joel Embiid got fined $35,000 for his part in the altercation that happened last game. They said he incited the violence. And anybody that's seen Trae Young pushing him in the back the whole time, anybody that's seen him go up in the air to block the shot and the guy wrap his arm around his neck to keep him down.
Main man didn't even get a tech for that. How you come out of nowhere and push somebody in the back?
Out of pocket.
No, hold on. I know Embiid was walking dude down. I know it. I know he's walking Collins down.
Shout out to Embiid.
Hold on. Let me finish it. I know he was walking John Collins down. But because Trae Young pushed him is the reason why main man got tackled. Because had Trae Young not pushed him, old boy would never even hit the ground.
Point blank.
You know what I'm saying?
That T-pose, I ain't going to hold you to play devil's advocate. If a dude like Embiid T-posed me like that, if I was Collins, I would have had to steal him. Because, like, you really sitting up there asserting your dominance over me. Like, yo, if I wanted to, I can toss you out the way. If I want, you got to rumble a dude after that.
I mean,
sit up there and walk you down like that. You got to rumble.
To be totally honest, I was about to give props to Embiid because if somebody put their arm around my neck as I'm up in the air, you know what I mean? My first instinct is to knock his head off. Shout out to Embiid for composing himself, knowing that he's important to this.
Bro, you ever seen? I'm sure y'all seen the picture of Joel Embiid with his hands around McConnell's neck, right?
Yep.
I'm sure y'all seen that, bro. I'm
seen
sure no other
lion?
NBA player don't want those big African hands wrapped around their neck. You know what I'm saying? And over there, they fight barefooted. You don't need sneakers over there.
Most
you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely. You know what I mean?
So you gotta watch out, man. You gotta watch out.
I want to ask a question to y'all.
You can't be thinking and be the sweet, man.
Where was Mike Scott? Where was Mike Scott during this?
You ain't want him coming off the bench or the main matters worse. No.
I mean, they player came off the bench. I
let them get in trouble.
Yeah, he did.
And somebody taught me that too. I didn't know that was a thing. Like you walk up to a T-pose somebody and walk up to them and walk them down. They was like, yo, that's a T-pose. When you are asserting your dominance over somebody, that's what you do. That's an actual thing. I said, yo, somebody said that's an actual thing. That's a real life thing to do to somebody when you are asserting your dominance over somebody.
But
I was like, wow.
And in B's case, he was clearly trying to show the refs that he wanted no parts of it.
No,
he didn't want no fine.
Korkmaz's gonna start, man.
I'm tapping it. I'm checking my phone every 5 minutes for the starting lineups. I'm checking my phone. So
you don't break it up at this point. That
yes, you do. Start the kid.
Did we win the game? Did we win the game with him coming off the bench, having 30 points last game?
Not because of Korkmaz. I dare you to say we won.
No, this is my point. It's not about who starts the game. It's about who finishes.
Yes, it is.
It's about who finishes.
Yes, it is.
And he had more minutes. He had more minutes than Korkmaz, and he executed in the minutes he had.
I want Maxey in the starting lineup. I don't care if you like Korkmaz.
It's unrealistic.
I want him in. It's unrealistic to keep getting Swiss cheese.
What I'm saying is,
Swiss cheese Korkmaz.
It's unrealistic for Doc to change it up that much. Game 7.
So Korkmaz in the starting lineup. Keep letting Korkmaz get cooked.
So we put Maxey in the starting lineup. Who do we put in for our jolt of energy and points off the bench?
That's what Korkmaz supposed to be.
Come on, you just said Korkmaz don't do that.
I said no, I didn't. I said Korkmaz is our instant offense player, our sparking energy. I never said Korkmaz didn't do that.
Can't expect. He's a small forward. Maxey is a point guard. We use Maxey as the backup point guard to come in with energy that Ben doesn't give us.
We need instant offense. Maxey gives us instant offense. Korkmaz gives us absolutely no wing scoring. So what is your point in having Korkmaz in the starting lineup and he not giving you no wing scoring?
Floor spreading. That's the only reason why he's in there.
The floor got to be spread. The floor got to be spreaded when he makes his shots. If he don't make his shots, he's terrible defensively. Like it's been said on the show multiple times. What does Korkmaz give you if he's not hitting none of his shots?
Well, we'll just see when the starting lineups roll out who's in. I think he stays in there. I think he's doing what, he's supposed to do. And that's be a distraction out there for guys that are driving somebody for the defense to look to hitting a shot.
And that's part of Doc's stubbornness, keeping guys like that in that been terrible this series. That's part of Doc's stubbornness, keeping guys that have been terrible. He's been terrible this series.
I mean, when your starter goes down, man, and you got to put in a bench player, it's not really, you know what I'm saying? It's not like Doc took out Danny Green and put in Korkmaz. His hand was forced. Danny Green was a floor spreader with us. Danny Green
was a force. He got that young kid in the lineup.
Danny Green averaged about the same as Korkmaz is averaging right now. And he spreaded the floor just like Korkmaz is. So let's not act like we're losing a whole big 17 points and we got to replace that.
Tyrese Maxey been significantly, even including Washington, he's been significantly the better player than
Korkmaz. Definitely.
Hey, Noel, game plan for the night, big lead fast and contain the lead. Simple as that. Back in Philly Tuesday night. Yeah, that's easier said than done because Doc Rivers will find a way to mess that up with his stupid ass all bench lineups in the third quarter. So I mean, that's like I said again, that's easier said than done.
That's easier said than done, and that's a fair point. If you refuse, to expand on Jose's point even more, if you refuse to shrink the bench, tonight, then only person that should be resting is that man, Joel Embiid, to get the win under him and having Dwight Howard in there. But if you refuse to shrink the bench, and we've seen Brooklyn do it, starters got to play multiple minutes.
He said that in the paper. I don't know if y'all caught the clipping, but he said his starters are going to play max minutes tonight.
And that's my point. Starters got to play. Starters, if you're going to,
he should have been doing that.
He said, if you're not going to cut the bench, if you're not going to cut the bench, starters got to accept, with the exception of a B, so you can rest with Dwight Howard. Everybody on that floor got to play maximum the amount of minutes. We should not, if I see that bench lineup in a game 7 with the series is on the line, Doc, I will personally start one of those little petition pages to get the signatures to get him out of Philly if he has that bench lineup in for a game 7. You don't need to see that bench lineup for a game 7. You don't.
Doc, if you're out there,
listen, I'm gonna lose my top. I swear on everything, I'm gonna lose my top. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna unplug my Ethernet cord because if that happens tonight, y'all don't want me coming on the post game. I promise.
I'm gonna put some positive mojo in the air. I got Doc coaching a great game tonight, and I got the players that stepped up last game. I got them stepping up again. What I mean by that is Maxey, Tobias Harris. We need the supporting cast. S. Curry, one of the best sharpshooters in the league. I'm looking for those guys that have big games. Big games.
You gonna see your normal like you gonna see your normal breakout games and stand-up games from them guys. But it's the rest of the guys that's got to contribute and be a part of this damn series. From it got to be. At this point, we just begging. We just begging Tobias. Tobias. I don't care what you do tonight, Tobias. Just give us at least 20-something points. We just begging this dude take the ball to the rim. Why do we gotta beg somebody, man? Why do we gotta this game 7, my guy? Ben Simmons, please, on the behalf of all Sixers fans, we're begging you, man. Go to the hole, man. Go to the hole, man. Attack the basket, bro.
It'll make the game so much better.
Please, man. Bro. Like, please, on the behalf of I feel you like damn, like you treating us like the girlfriend that we gotta beg for your forgiveness or something. Yo, go to the rack, my brother. Go to the rack. Go to the rack. Go to the rack. Please, on the behalf of all Phillies fans. On the behalf of all Phillies fans, please, dog. And real quick, BG. No, Big Bro sent me the voicemail. He said, dog, I know what you want. He said, I know what you want already, yo. He already said, he said, I got you. He put me the voicemail already. He said, I know what you got. He said, my numbers been speaking louder for themselves. He said, don't worry, I got you. He told me, don't worry, I got you. I want the voicemail today.
So we could put that as an actual quote from S. Curry hitting Sabri up saying, I got you tonight. So I'm looking for a big game from S. Curry tonight, man, who's entrenched to himself as the shooting guard for our future. And I'm proud about that, man.
Yeah, next time I check, let me go ahead, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna go get some updates.
He was actually questioned as a probable, so I'm expecting anybody that's not very doubtful at game start is playing in game 7. Your leg got to be damn near off for you not to play game 7. This is everybody's season on the line. So I'm expecting to see a lot of emotion tonight, maybe a couple rumbles, and quite honestly, I wouldn't be mad at it seeing that action from our side of things. I want to see some fight in this team. I want to see some fire, especially in our house. I want to see us take it to the chip.
Ryan McKenna. People better learn about Maxey. His game is like a bed of roses. Murder be wrote.
I like that. Right. Shout out to the new comment. I like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that. And that 5 hours ago he was questionable. 5 hours ago he was questionable. Let me do some homework. Keep talking, y'all.
Ryan McKenna, it look like you're gonna have to go to the game, baby. I don't think no streams popping up in the group. So you could possibly go to the bar, get you a cold one, and enjoy this W tonight. Because that's the only thing that makes sense for me tonight. We home here in Philly. Everybody's going to be there. All the stars are out. It's time for us to put on a show, man. Sixer basketball.
Go ahead, Joe. Doing my homework, y'all. Go ahead.
Jose, I gotta ask you, Jose.
I gotta keep going with the coach rant, man. I'm sorry.
I knew it was coming.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. Because listen, that man don't coach this team by himself. It goes all the way down the line. Sam Cassell, all of them, man. For real. Seriously. All jokes aside,
we got a hell of a coaching staff, man.
No, man. Let me tell you something. If you messing up, I don't understand how Sam Cassell sat there and on the bench as well. And sat there watching Danny Green get murdered in game 1. Like, how you sit there that long and allow that without you checking your coach? Like, yo, bro, you don't see what's going on, bro. You got to do something about this. Like, you feel me?
Who knows what's going on behind the scenes? But I know Doc is a man's man. And if he makes a decision, he's going to stand on it. You know, so at the end of the day, he's
Oh,
the head
we
coach.
all know where that can take them.
Oh yeah,
The
oh yeah,
portfolio speaks for itself.
oh yeah, oh yeah. But also on that portfolio, Jose, a championship's there. So you know
Oh
what I mean.
my God!
I gotta give my man the benefit of the doubt, man. We still in it. We in game
Listen,
7. I'm not going to rain on Doc Rivers' parade, man.
besides Popovich, all right. Besides Popovich, Phil Jackson, and who else? I think he's been to the playoffs and probably more than any other coach that's around now. I believe.
Yep, yep, yep. He's been to the playoffs a
Even
lot.
more than the boy in Miami.
He's been to the playoffs a lot. Only got one championship.
Yeah,
You know what I
come
mean?
on, man. Like,
I get that. I get that.
bro.
But if you want to whip that out,
That's
Larry Brown.
listen, that's like an Eagles fan trying to argue a Dallas fan with a
I
Dallas
mean,
fan.
Larry Brown been to hella playoffs games, man. He got one championship with the Pistons, a team that nobody expected to go to a championship. When it comes to me going back to this point, at the end of the day, and this is my opinion, I do believe coaches make adjustments to help players succeed. I do believe that. But in the playoffs, it is about your players and how they perform. And you know, some of our players that's been performing throughout the regular season, Shake Milton, Tobias Harris, you know, haven't really, well, not Tobias so much, but Shake Milton, and I can name a couple other people, haven't really given us the lift that we need, Korkmaz, the performances that we need to really play the rotation that we're used to. So, you know what I mean? I think Doc was stuck in the middle of trying to find a rotation that will work. So I think it's been late, but I think he kind of found one with the Tyrese Maxey, Ben Simmons lineup with Shake Milton in there. You know, I think he found one with that lineup, man. So
Hey, BG, bro. If it wasn't for that guy that wore 23 from the Chicago Bulls, man, Sloan would have had a ring. They probably would have won 2 years in a row. That
once
team
again,
was beast.
great
That team,
players, great players.
that team was crazy.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
But there was one person stood in their way.
MJ,
One person.
MJ. You know, and speaking of MJ, man, I just the desire to win. I'm going to speak on that a little bit. You know, once you get to this atmosphere, this point, you know, all the training you've done all year, all the games you've been in, all the close games, you know, when it's 5 minutes to go in the game, it's about who wants it more. Who wants it more? And, you know, I definitely want to see that in these guys tonight from Tip. I want to see who wants it more. And hopefully we're sitting on the other end of that table when it's time to eat.
Well, first update. Bogdan Bogdanovic is going to play tonight. He's available to play tonight.
Okay.
So I don't know if he's in the starting lineup. Don't know. But that takes on a whole new added element to the game due to the fact I'm waiting on the starting lineups now. But Bogdan Bogdanovic is playing. Keep talking, y'all.
Well, the fact that he's even hurting right now is a plus. You know, so that guy has been playing really, really well this series, man. And last game wasn't so much as he's been playing earlier in the series. So, you know, that's a plus for us. I'm looking for us to lock in on Trey. You know, what we did with him game 2 and game 3, I need to see the same team defense. Corral closing out the paint, closing that little teardrop he likes to penetrate with. I want to see that, man. I want to see them get rough with him. Put him on the ground. Haven't seen him on the ground enough this series, other than him falling to the ground and holding his head. If he's going to fall on the ground and hold his head, let's earn these fouls. So I want to see that tonight. Hard fouls. I want to see it.
So let me bring up a headline. I hope y'all can see this. Let me see. Let's try to move it as close as possible. What does that say, Eric? Rose? Read that for me.
You gotta keep your hands still. Sixers, keep it still, bro.
Go ahead.
Sixers coach Doc Rivers reaches a critical moment in his coaching career in Game 7. Yes, he does.
That's it.
Almost definitely.
No,
Almost
Yes, he does.
So, well, that's me looking through. That's me looking through for some game time news. This tonight. This is a legacy defining game for that man. Because if you don't execute history doesn't remember the losers. The history only remembers the winners. Nobody's not going to say, "Oh, you had Joel Embiid, you had Tobias Harris, you had Seth Curry, you had Maxey, you had Blake, you had Paul, you had." History is not going to say, "You know what? Oh, you had some good teams."
I kind of agree with you, bro,
Yeah,
because
history.
everybody still talks about that Utah Jazz team, and they were the losers.
That,
Yep.
that Utah
So
that Utah Jazz team was talked about. That Utah Jazz team was talked about because they had which you got a fair point. They had two star players on the team, but they not
they had
remember
two, they had
that
three.
who was their third?
Hornacek, bro.
Hornacek.
Oh,
Hornacek.
Hornacek was a
Hornacek.
star, bro.
Yeah.
Hornacek
Yes.
was a star, bro.
Most definitely.
John Hornacek.
Yeah, he
Hornacek
played
was
the
a star on
same
that
role
team,
as
bro.
Seth Curry is playing for us
Yeah.
right now for the Utah
Yup.
Jazz, man.
I don't-
Hornacek was definitely a bull back in them days.
Yes, he
Stockton,
was.
Hornacek, and Malone.
Yep.
And you know what? They had a supporting
Well,
cast as well. Carr. You know, they had quite a few. That was a team, man. That was a team. They had a backup center. They had a starting center. You know,
Then they had Greg Ostertag on that team too.
Yup. They had Russell at small forward. He was pretty
me a-
good.
Give me
They had a
second,
team, man.
Give
They
me
had
a
a
second.
team. So that's what I'm gonna touch on as well. You know, I put that in the Sixer 24/7 group.
That's what I'm saying. Me and BG was just talking about that team. They should have won a championship. They should have won them 2 years in a row.
I
But then
feel-
again, know what I'm saying?
Hornacek, we're not going to say he was the star of the team. Hornacek was a good, I just did some research on the Rose fans. He wasn't the
bro,
star.
listen,
He was
Hornacek on that team was the equivalent of Tim Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, bro. It was the same thing, different team, basically.
I feel he's
Carl,
Go
good
ahead, bro.
comparison. Good compare. He was the sharpshooter that they needed.
Yup.
He wasn't a star, but he
Yup.
was a sharp. He was. The
I mean, he
sharpshooter.
was the Steve Kerr. If you want to think
Yeah.
about Bulls, he was.
Yeah,
the
he was the
for
Steve
their
Kerr.
team.
Yeah. He was a. He wasn't. I'm not discrediting. When I said 2 stars, I meant to. I wasn't discrediting it all.
Byron Russell wasn't no slouch neither, bro.
Not at all.
I'm not
Not at
discrediting.
all.
I'm not discrediting them, but the Jazz 2 centerpieces. When you think of the Jazz during that era,
It's
you
Stockton
think of,
and Malone.
you think of Stockton and Malone and
But
stuff like that.
they don't win none of them. They don't have none of that success without Hornacek and a few others on that team, man. That was a real team. And to touch on why I think we still got the best chance, you know, to do what we need to do this year. Looking around in the NBA with the teams that's still in it, we still have a whole team, man, and we're fairly healthy. And if everybody can play to their capability, man, I like our chances versus anybody.
Yeah, and like I was saying, my previous point, history about the article, history doesn't remember the loser. The history remembers the winner. Those Jazz teams get talked about for Stockton and Malone, but when you talk about some of the greatest teams in NBA history, they don't get mentioned because of the fact that they didn't win a ring. The Lost City Clippers don't get remembered because they had all the success in the world but didn't win a ring. Who we can name? We can name the Golden State Warriors who went 73 and 9. They don't go down as one of the greatest teams in history because of what? They didn't win a ring. So history doesn't remember who was the greatest team on paper. History when it comes down to winning, it comes down to who was the winning coach in that championship team, who was the championship team, and who was the winning coach. They don't remember losers. So he's at a current turning point of his coaching career where this game 7 he could separate himself and say, you know what, I'm gonna outcoach this man because Nate McMillan don't got a good record in the playoffs. So he could set himself apart tonight and say, you know what, let's do what we got to do to win this game 7.
It's all about, in my opinion, it's all about team. It's all about fit. It's all about timing. You have to take into account that this is Doc's, and I know you guys are going to growl at this, but this is Doc's first year with these grown men. It's first time getting to know them, first time putting together plays for them. So, you know, I'm not going to personally judge Doc all his eggs is not in this basket for this 1 year right here.
Breaking news. The starting lineup is the same.
Told you.
Yeah. Starting lineup is the same tonight. There's no changes to the starting lineup. The starting lineup is the same starting lineup.
We won last game, didn't we?
If
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Not. You keep saying we won last game. It wasn't because of that one person.
No, what I'm saying is, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You don't know
why,
how nothing else will work.
and Jose can attest to this because Jose's with some old school basketball type time. Why, when you have a kid that's like he's like this on the bench, he's like this on. Why, when you have a kid on the bench that's sitting up there ready to jump into the frying pan, you sitting up there and he's out working one particular ball, and you got him sitting up there behind the ball that he's outperforming. He's outperforming.
I mean, I agree with you 1,000% about
why
that.
Why is he sitting?
He played 30 minutes last game. That's not sitting, bro.
Look, he played 30 minutes because Benjamin Simmons was in foul trouble.
Nah,
Ben Simmons and stop, you know how Doc's rotations is. He knows how Doc's rotations is. If Ben Simmons don't get fouled out, you're not gonna see Maxey at much tonight.
His phone died, I believe.
Yeah, his phone had to be. If you don't see Ben Simmons in foul trouble, Jose, how much you want to bet 9 times out of how much you want to bet 9 times out of 10 Maxey don't get a lot of minutes tonight?
I definitely say Maxey gets 25 plus minutes tonight.
Well, so with Ben Simmons not getting no fouls?
With Ben Simmons not getting no fouls, I think Doc will make a way to have him in the lineup, man.
Yo, you know how Doc operates with rotations. His hand was forced. Ben Simmons got to really get fouled out. Really got to get fouled out and get into foul trouble for Doc's hand to be forced to get.
You know what, Sabri? You sound like a scoring baby mama. All season I've been hearing you say Doc. Man, we here now. Let this man coach tonight.
You sound like the ex-wife that know that man's cheating. You know that man's cheating. You know that man's cheating on you. You know that man's cheating on you. Everybody's telling you that man is cheating on you in the streets, but you don't want to believe it. And
you know why? You know why? You know why? Because we in Game 7, we still in it, and he's still treating us good.
We shouldn't even be in Game 7 right now.
Hey yo! We win this game tonight. I want you to come on this same show that you grinded this man on, and I want you to give a public apology, bro.
Give a public apology? We were supposed to sweep these dudes.
So hold up. So it's playoff basketball.
We were supposed to sweep
nobody.
These dudes.
It's playoff basketball.
Yes,
we in the second round.
Jose, did we have not had 2 20-point leads that we blew?
Y'all heard
if you
me
came
say
into this series.
Thank you.
Y'all heard what I said as soon as the show started. I'm not backing on none of my words. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Coach, we do not want to hear you sound like Andy Reid. Your Doc Rivers for crying out loud. We do not want to hear you sound like Andy Reid. You can't sit in that podium after the game and say, I got to do a better job. Negative Ghost Rider.
Hey, when we come back on here tonight, I got something for y'all. Listen, I got my iPad is dying.
I don't want to hear Doc. I don't want to hear Doc sound like Andy Reid, and I don't want to hear Benjamin Simmons sound like Andy Reid neither.
Man,
because that lame ass excuse that you keep hitting us about, you gotta be more. What is it? More aggressive? That's what he keeps saying.
He can miss me with that. He can miss me with that. He in the wrong city with that.
Son, listen, I'm on point today, Benjamin Simmons. So if you try to throw that jab at me, I'm ducking, fam. I'm gonna see it coming a mile away.
I gotta do better.
Hey, my iPad is dying, so I'm gonna leave y'all. I will join y'all a little bit later on if y'all on.
I don't know because that game going in man late, so we don't know. You gotta
okay. Y'all hit me up. Let me know what's up. Let's have a good game. Go Sixers.
Win or lose, we gotta get on, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like that. Then whoever's on, whoever sticks around after that time. We want to jump on. We want to jump on. All depends on the game.
If we lose, we got to jump on. You know what I'm saying? If we win, we're going to the next series. We got to jump on.
Man. We'll talk about that person. We'll talk about that person.
He's leaving.
No, your fridge is open.
Oh, snap.
We'll. Oh, absolutely, BG. Absolutely, this would be Ben's last game if we sit up there. We sit up there and if we sit up there and lose tonight, this will be Ben's last game. Absolutely.
And I'm okay with that. I'm gonna sleep good at night with that decision. I'll be all right with that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And with that, and we're getting to the 15 minutes before game time and stuff. 20 minutes actually, because tip off is at 8:02. What we got to do tonight, man, We gotta execute tonight. We gotta execute tonight. This is the last day, possibly the last day of the season. But last day of the season and stuff like that. We gotta execute. Coaching gotta be on part. Everybody gotta play like they want something. If you want to go to the next round against Milwaukee, play like it. If you want to go home and play Call of Duty, then go ahead and sit out the lineup. Go ahead and sit out the lineup. If you want to go home, play Warzone, play Zombies, cool.
PUBG.
PUBG,
PUBG.
cool. Then you won't be doing it in the Sixers uniform no more. Everybody gotta play like this is the last day of the season. Everybody has to want this thing. Everybody has to have heart. Heart tells you that, yo, this is the last day of the season. This is the last day of the season and stuff like that. We got to play like there's no tomorrow. We got to play. You see the way that Milwaukee and Brooklyn game was? That was a game 7 that both teams were playing like it was no tomorrow. We got to have this. We got to have that.
You know what sucks, Sabrina, and I don't want to cut you off, bro, is that I was praying for Brooklyn and Milwaukee to have a series like that. But I didn't expect for us to be struggling against this low-level team, man, because this is the low-level playoff team. Yeah, they're in the playoff, but this is a low-level playoff team. This
team. See, the thing about this team is they had like you said, a low-level type of team. They have time. All their starters are 22 and younger. They have time to get this together. But we're reaching a critical part of the process where Embiid next year will be 28, God willing. The kid will be Simmons. I think Simmons will be either 25 or 26. We got Tobias that's going to be 29. We got veteran. We're an aging team with a lot of money invested into this team. We have to win while Joel and Embiid can still walk on 2 feet. We got to win right now, because if we don't win, then it's going to be a huge problem. It's going to be a huge problem if we don't win. Lucas.
Hold up. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say Sixers win.
Win.
All right. He said win.
You said
Hi,
Sixers.
everyone.
Say hi, everyone. You say hi, everyone again. We reached a critical part.
He busting it. He's stuffing his face with a cookie. He ain't got time.
We don't have as much time as we think with this team. The Hawks do. So this game 7 not gonna really stress the Hawks out if they lose. They not. So we got to take care of business. Everybody got to be on point today, plain and simple.
Listen, man, I'm still mad that we just far along in this series, man. Seriously, like the whole point was to give Joel Embiid some rest on that knee, and Joel Embiid has played exactly how he's supposed to play. No, he didn't play perfect. But who's perfect and what's perfect? Right. You know what I'm saying? He balled out. He gave up his portion. We ain't received everybody else's portion. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks. It sucks for real. But with that being said, Steph Curry, my guy, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm very proud of you on how you stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Keep it up. That's all I gotta say. Keep it up, because we need those points, Mr. Curry. We need those points.
Yeah. And with that being said, it's 7:46, officially 15 minutes before the game. I just want to
keep it going, man. Keep it going, bro.
Like with that being that we still want to give everybody a chance to get checked in and go get what they need to eat. So we're gonna keep this thing pushing, but we're gonna give y'all enough ample time to do what y'all need to do. And do what y'all need to do during this game. With that being said, we're not wrapping up, but I just want to reiterate again, all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. We got a game 7. I hope y'all get it. I hope we get, as fathers, get a game 7 victory as the icing on the cake for this Father's Day.
I ain't even want nothing for Father's Day, man. I just want the Sixers to win.
Yeah, I hope we get the icing on the cake. I want to celebrate. In the day, and I want to be able to celebrate with the fellow fans that celebrate this victory and stuff like that. I want to keep this thing pushing, man, because we got a journey. We got a journey to take, man. We got a journey. I want to keep this thing pushing tonight. And with happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, man. Happy Father's Day.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I woke up thinking about mine. He no longer around, but I can't stop thinking about him today. You know what I'm saying? I miss him. Wish he was still here. But you know, it's Sixers. It's Sixers. I'd rather instead of pouting and you know thinking about pops that ain't around no more, man. I'm just gonna focus my energy to the Sixers game. You know what I'm saying? And we need that win, man. We need that win to advance. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an interesting next series, but again, when I look back, and I got to be truthful here, when I look back, um, at the games against Milwaukee, one out of the three, we lost all three, but one out of three was a close game, and then we got smoked twice. So, does the Milwaukee series benefit us on the way? Like, there's a question: does it benefit us to play Milwaukee? I think we had a better chance against Brooklyn, for real, for real. But I mean, Milwaukee, I can't even say that because I don't want this to be Giannis's turnaround year, and then he does it on us. So continue playing like crap in the playoffs, Giannis. I love it.
Yeah, continue to play like that, man. Because we get past the Hawks tonight. We gotta we gonna have
We're gonna have a
something.
tall task, man.
We're gonna have a tall test, and it can't be the same way, man. It
That
can't be. It can't be the same way and stuff like that.
I
And I
know I
want
know for a fact that Giannis can't beat us by himself. So we're gonna have to stop Middleton. We're
we're
gonna
gonna
have
have
to
to
stop
stop.
Middleton. We're gonna have to stop what you call his name?
You're gonna have to
We're
stop
gonna have to
Drew.
stop Lopez from shooting
Also,
all them threes.
definitely gonna have to stop Drew. And let me send and to diverse a little bit real fast. We have a brother. We have a brother in the group named Tariq Assad. We have Tariq Assad. He does a great thing making sure we are able to watch our Sixers basketball. If you really a fan of this team, don't sit up there and destroy what that man got going on, please. Because it's a lot of people that don't live in the national areas that games might be blacked out for them. That games might be blacked out for them, and they might be at work and they can't watch the game. And he does this. He does this group, and he does the fans a service. So don't mess that up, man, by being Joe. Please don't do that, man. That brother helps us out tremendously. Don't be Joe, man.
I gotta throw a special shout out to a good friend of mine. I know him since about 2013. He lives in Texas. Diehard Sixers fan. Sixers 24/7 member. Adam Cathouse. My boy. Every time we win, we lose, he reaches out to me on Facebook Messenger. You know what I mean? We gotta get him on. We gotta get him on the show, Sabri. I
Yeah,
gotta reach out to him and try to make it happen.
he's more than welcome. Anybody that wants to jump on this platform, anybody that wants to jump on this platform and talk Sixers basketball with us, they're more than welcome. And anybody that want because we gonna be going no matter what, we're going to be going all year long, giving you some great content, some dope content. That's how we are, man. We don't really sit up there and take breaks and stuff like that, man. So we're going to be giving you the dope content that you deserve. And we're approaching 10 minutes of the game time. Jose, final things you want to say to the people?
Don't F this up, coach.
Well, I heard that through the left one. Final thing I'm going to say, final thing I'm going to say is, man, Game 7 separates the weak from the elite. Game 7 is where your name could get written in history. Game 7 is where we find out what these players are truly made of, and we find out what the future looking at. So bring it. Bring all you got. If you tired, body hurt, and bruised up, stay at your crib and go do something useful with yourself. Don't step up on that court and lay some stink eggs out on the court. Game 7 is Game 7. The most two exciting things we like to hear in sport as sports fans is what? Game 7. So bring it tonight. There's no excuse. With that being said, this has been another hard-hitting edition of East Sleep Sixes. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. If you got a parent, if your father's no longer here with you, you're in our prayers. You're in our prayers, like our fellow podcast member mentioned, because it's never easy losing a loved one, and still, when this day comes, still thinking about your loved one. So you're in our prayers for strength. You're in our prayers for love, guidance, and comfort. Happy Father's Day, and this has been another edition of East Sleep Sixes. We
Let's
out.
go Sixers.